Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Kurt, and welcome back to Farlands or Bust, episode 499. 499. Getting so close. You're too close, man. So close to episode 500. Looking forward to that on Saturday. But today is Thursday, August 27th, 2015. And like I said, we are continuing in Farlands or Bust to the Farlands in episode 499. We were right before I started recording this episode. I checked, as I always do, I checked the donation amount for Child's Play charity at farlandsorbust.com. Plug. We were at $801, and I'm like, you know what? I cannot let this stand. So I chipped in another $19. So we are at $820 for Child's Play charity in Season 6. Why is that so significant, you may ask? $820 was the very first donation goal for Farlands or Bust. I started Farlands or Bust on June 11th? June 11th. No, not June 11th. Like June 2nd? June something. 2011. And I said, you know what, let's start calling this Farlands or Bust. Before that, it was called Minecraft Adventures. And then I said, you know what, let's do this thing for charity. I'm inspired by other gaming marathons. This is indeed a marathon, a walkathon of sorts in a vid game. And Child's Play charity seems like the great, the charity of choice to tie in with gaming and whatnot. And I said, let's make our first goal, because I only have still about 5,000 subscribers or something, or whatever it was at the time. And I'm like, let's make the goal $820. $820, if this was a super flat world, that is to say, just flat terrain at 72 blocks, no mountains, no trees, no nothing. If this was a super flat world in Minecraft Beta 1.7.3, holding down the W key or taping down the W key, at the rate at which the Minecraft player walks across land, it would take 820 hours for that player to go from 0-0 to the Farlands. That's where 820 kind of became a little bit of a significant number in the Farlands or Bust journey. I thought that would take a while. I'm like, $820, that's a lot of money for a charity, especially for some no-name KurtJMac such as myself. Never done any sort of charity thing, never, only on episode 33 of Farlands or Bust or whatever it was like 30 or 29, whatever. Sure, let's go for $820 in 5 days. In 5 days, you raised that amount, and I was flabbergasted. I was taken aback. So I'm like, whoa, that was unexpected. Whoa, Wolfie, that was completely unexpected and amazing. So let's, for the official Season 1 goal, let's switch that over by a factor of 10. So let's go to $8,200. And then that one only took a matter of months to reach that. $8,200. And then we held the first Flobathon. And the rest is history. So I decided, you know what? $820. Took a little bit longer this time. But still only 2 weeks. 2 weeks, and we raised our original goal. How about that? How about that indeed? So 820. Had to get that to that nice round number. Woo indeed. Woo indeed. So, yeah, that's at farlandsorbust.com if you want to donate. Don't feel, don't hesitate to donate because you don't want to change it from $820. Careful, Wolfie. I'm going to make a sand fall here. Don't get buried in the sand. Fall. Hell's blazes. Look at the size of that cactus. Wait a minute. It's gotta be one of the tallest cactuses we've ever seen. Or at least that I've ever, taken note of. That's like a... How tall is this cactus? I don't want to accidentally destroy the cactus. Let us count the height of this cactus. Is that a 6 tall cactus? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... A 6 tall cactus, everybody! Is this even natural? What sort of an abomination is this? Way back in the day, people used to get really crazy excited about 5 tall cactuses or reeds. This is a 6 tall cactus. What in the world? How is this possible? What sort of nuclear testing has been taking place in this desert? Let's get a picture for posterity's sake. Oh, there we go. All right, that's a good one. A 6 tall cactus. Did I count that right? 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. All right. That is an interesting thing to behold. I'm trying not to prick myself to death. I'm trying to line it up with the sun, but it's not doing what I want it to. Neat. I certainly have never stopped to gawk at such a cactus. It's possible we've passed some up before, but that is a rare sight indeed. Interesting. See, even 499 episodes on, we're still finding strange and unusual things in this Minecraft world, which is why I believe it to be the perfect format for such a series. It's ever changing. It's ever interesting, ever amazing. Everlasting Eidolons. Oh gosh, I've fallen in a oh, so is Wolfie. What is it called? It's an oasis. Oasis. Not to be confused with the band. It kind of the cactus kind of looks a little bit more from a distance is how I noticed it. Up close I would have maybe missed it. But anyway, that's fun stuff. Oh, you know what I gotta do? Whee! Take that! Ah, well now I gotta make it continue. Whee! Yes! Go all the way! Ooh, this is going all the way. Neat! Look at what I've done! See, this is the kind of stuff that I wish happened in Minecraft, is that, like, water would flow, and then erode! Slowly erode away the land beneath it. Oop, speaking of eroding, I need some wood. What? How does that even... what? Doesn't even make any sense. Neat. Wow, well, we're really quite distracted here by the Minecraft world. That's a good thing, actually, because we're often running out of things to talk about. Maybe not often. We have in the past, where I'm like, guys, I need some questions or topics or something. Woof. But, yeah, alright, neat. I am pleased. That actually does bring me to a question I got in the comments of the last episode from Zeke. That's a unique name. Zeke. I know you avoid going spelunking or exploring sketchy situations. Hello, wolves. Sketchy situations. And I agree that you shouldn't in Firelands or Bust, but do you ever feel a voice in the back of your head saying, man, I wish this wasn't Firelands or Bust so I could check that thing out? Sometimes, sort of. There are certain large canyons, mountains, specifically the tubes, the caverns to nowhere. Easy there, Wolfie. Let's keep up, shall we? The caverns that just are giant holes to the bottom of the world. And there was the one, the kind of the first one, the dark and magical bottomless pit of magical destiny, or whatever it was called. That was a while ago, and I did for a special video invoke a hidey hole paradox, a branch of the storyline. It wasn't. I said, you know, I'm going to load up this old save. I saved a save of the dark and magical pit of bottomless destiny, and then I'm just going to record a special episode where I actually delve down into the depths to see where it goes. And sure enough, it went all the way down to the lava layer. But whatever happens during this special, was that the 10,000 subscriber episode? Whatever happens here is not happening in the real Firelands or Bust series. This is a special spin-off, a branch of our timeline here. We didn't die though. We went down. That was a pretty good episode, honestly. That was we went down, fell all the way down, and were attacked, and within a half a heart of death, and blocking ourselves up, and getting shot off the sides of cliffs and things. So that was fun. So that was probably like the one time I did that. But there's a few times where I could say, that would be an interesting place to explore, or That little dark overhang is gigantic and interesting enough, but it's filled with spiders and skeletons and stuff, so I guess I'll continue on. You know, also for Wolfie, the times I do go exploring or go down into a dungeon spawner or something, you'll notice I'll make Wolfie sit. I mean, even something as simple as checking out that cactus, because I know how much Wolfie loves cacti. Well, yeah, see, I know. And I have to make Wolfie sit to make sure he doesn't follow me in. But yeah, that was appropriate to bring that up. Thank you so much for knowing exactly what would happen 2 days later, Zeke. But yeah, let's make a bed here, and we will sleep and look forward to what other magical, amazing things we see in the next day of Minecraft Farlands or Bust in the morning. And awakeness. Boopness. Alright, so let's use a boat here. Look at all this inventory space. Somebody mentioned in the comments that another reason why my inventory space is cleared, I might have mentioned this myself also now that I'm thinking about it, is that I don't have the lava bucket. For the longest time I was carrying around a lava bucket for some reason. I thought maybe it would help me get out of sticky situations or maybe clear spawners faster. But I used the lava bucket to pour the lava at the last F3 monument, the 2299662. What is the? that's difficult. 2266779. 2266779 monument. I always forget. It should be a memorable number, but I always forget. We used that lava and then we left the bucket back there. So that's another open inventory slot for us. I guess also I'm not carrying around the glowstone, but I haven't for a while. I left the glowstone back at the previous monument, the 1479940. See, that one I remember. That one's got like a phone number rhythm to it. But yeah, we got inventory. That's all that matters. I did a thing today. I did a thing. Ooh, it's a bunny. There's a bunny in the clouds. As I mentioned before, I got one of those little, not a GoPro, but the Monoprice Action Cam, a cheaper GoPro. Yeah, look at this. I like this little river. See, over multiple days, this river should slowly erode away at the dirt until it reaches the stone layer, making some sort of little, Wolfie, there you are. A little canyon or something, but that's not going to happen. Sorry, distractions. So yeah, I got one of those action cams, and then based on the recommendations of the internet and the Twitter, I got a GoPro suction cup mount to attach it to the top of my car and take a little drive and record a little video. So I did that, and looking at the footage, it was a bit of a drive to get to the place where I wanted to go, and a bit of a hassle overall, so I do want to make something out of this video, but these cameras, like a GoPro, have pretty wide-angled lenses, just wide view points. And if you don't have the camera perfectly centered on the hood of your car, or pointed down a little bit too far, the footage is a little bit queasy-inducing. I'm assuming when I do release this video, it will be on Kurt Indeed, the vlog channel, and it will indeed. It's one of those things I said. I will reveal where I have moved. I don't know why I've kept it a secret for so long, but it's kind of fun to be like, ooh, I could be anywhere. I could be standing behind you right now. Blah. I'm not standing behind you right now. That'd be weird, wouldn't it? But yeah, the footage is kind of, when I'm watching it, I'm like, whoa, I'm getting kind of, it's like standing on the top of a car while it's driving. Curvy roads and the fish lens effect. I doubt it, but I'm hoping there's some sort of filter or effect I can apply in Vegas that flattens the field so it's not such a fisheye. Probably not. I doubt that exists at all. But I'll look at it. My other option is to kind of crop it down and only publish it in 720p as opposed to the 1080p. That's another option to kind of lessen the field of view so it's kind of less like putting your head in a fishbowl, and that makes it kind of sick-like. But But anyway, I did that. That was a success. The camera was not lost. I earlier tweeted an Instagram. I Instagrammed a tweet of a friendster. I posted a picture of it attached to my car, and I had a little piece of string as like a safety wire. I'm like, let's see how long this thing takes to fall off. A little bit concerned. I was considering getting like a magnetic thing. They make, but then you can also just like build your own kind of magnetic attachment. But people said just the suction cup is good, so I went with the suction cup, and it seemed to work out all right. Although the camera did stop recording at one point, because I took a pause, unpause. I took a pause and just to check if it was recording, and it wasn't recording in the parking lot. And I'm like, oh, that sucks. So I don't know how much I missed. So I don't know if it like shuts off after a while. Maybe there's a maximum file size that it can write to. I don't know. It's no GoPro, but I certainly saved. It's less of a you know. It would be less of a heartbreaking. It's a lot of money still. It's like $150, but it would be less of a heartbreak if the thing fell off the car and was lost forever than like a $400 GoPro. Which I know they make cheaper ones, but I've heard the cheaper ones are kind of crummy. Am I right in saying that? But anyway, I digress. So yeah, look forward to that coming soon to a Kurt Indeed channel near you. See, like this right here is an interesting kind of a... Ooh, this is kind of a pseudo Canyon of Woe. Oh, except it's got like a really cool lake in it. Neat. I like this place a lot. I like it. I like it. Careful, Wolfie. Huh. Oh, perfect. All right. Well, you're kind of blocking... This tree is kind of blocking. All right, let's... More pictures. Oh, nice. Just looking at the camera. Panorama-rama? A little bit of a panorama-rama. Huh. I kind of actually want to go down there. We're going to explore, since we were asked about exploring. Now we will actually explore. Wolfie will take some damage, I'm sure. Oh, yep, he's jumping up and down. Ah, this is neat. This is really neat. Wow! Cool. This would be a nice place to settle down. We've got all the necessities, plenty of wood. Plenty of water, waterfront property, and also mountain landscape property. You can build a house right on top of this cliff for security. Stay away from the floodwaters in case anything were to happen. Ah, this is kind of neat. Well done, Minecraft, well done. Alright, so now let's actually get to some questions from people who have donated to Child's Play charity at farlandsorbust.com. When they donate, there is a comment box that you can leave a comment. Also remember, if you're not, which you're probably not, if you're not registered through the Child's Play charity donation website, all of the donations come in by default anonymous. So if you do ask a question and you want to know, if you want me and people to know who it's from, then leave your name in the actual comment box. Your name, your nickname, your Twitter name, whatever. YouTube name. Oh god, careful, Wolfie. Go, good, googly moogly. Oh, speaking of which, sheesh. Speaking of big, empty, dark caverns, he almost took a tumble down there. Interesting. So yeah, let's get to some of those questions. This one from Carl. Carl asks, how do you like your steaks cooked? Steaks, plural. I'm constantly eating steaks, multiple per day. My cholesterol is through the roof. No, but how do you like your steaks cooked? You like, well, I'll usually, if I'm at like a restaurant, and if it's like a different cut of steak, I'll ask what the chef recommends, and then normally I'll get a puzzled look from the server, because they don't know. But it's normally medium rare. It's more based on temperature, you know. It'll normally be confirmed by like, I like a warm pink or red center. Normally if you go medium rare or too rare, then the center of the steak isn't warm. I like my meat to be warm. What? It's more of a temperature thing than a texture or taste thing. But I will say, my last birthday, I mentioned I did go to a place, and their big shebang was ribeye steak, so I splurged on the ribeye steak, and that's like super rare. That's probably the rarest steak I've ever eaten, but that's supposed to be. That's like the way. That's why I'm like, how do they recommend? When they ask you, oh, how do you want that cooked? I'm like, well, however they recommend. This is your special deal. This is your speciality. It's what you have in big bold letters on the menu. So, however they recommend, and it was like, as ribeye steak is quite rare, and it was delicious. It was literally melt in your mouth delicious. I apologize to all the vegetarians and vegans who may be listening. I do appreciate and applaud your steadfastness, but I've yet to turn to the dark side. No, I have yet to be able to totally eschew the meat, I'm afraid. But yeah, usually I'll say medium rare. Is the way to go. If it's like a chain restaurant or kind of a sketchy place, I'll say medium. Why don't you make sure that thing's cooked? But otherwise, yeah, pretty kind of the standard, the normal. Hey, look at that place. Speaking of a place, now we gotta go check out this place. Minecraft is just firing on all cylinders today. Hey, wow, yeah. Even though it is quite dark and dangerous, we might have to explore that perhaps without Wolfie. In the morning here. Neat. We got some crazy Canyon of Woe thing going on back there. We had a 6-tall cactus. What else? What else could there possibly be? We will find out. Nice rolling. I love these rolling hills. I love them. I love them so much that I send them cards on their birthday. This rolling hills, that's like some sort of Monument Valley type of situation. All right, let's go to sleep, and then we'll take a look at this in the morning. And awakeness, and a Wolfie sit down is, oh neat, there's like a waterfall that's coming right through the center of it. All right, just remember Wolfie is back at the bed. Don't forget Wolfie. All right, yeah, this is kind of, oh, there's lava everywhere. Alright, don't get those zombies everywhere as well. See, that's kind of neat. That looks like the lava. There's a lava tube. It's hard to see this water. Oh, the water is just going like directly into a hole. It's into a hole. Neat. See, that's something I would imagine erosion would do. Alright, hold on. The zombies are coming. Ah! The zombies are coming. Wow. That's a spiced meatball we got here. What's going on in here? Oh my! This is like just goes directly into a cave. A spooky noises. I'm not gonna explore the cave. We've seen caves before, but that's crazy cool. Where does this wall go? Oh, neat. It's just a... Neat. I'm taking down the torches because I wish to preserve its natural state, even though we nor anybody else will ever return to this place. As long as the far lands of best world shall live. Oh, and then that goes up somewhere, too. Where does that even go? What is even going on here, man? Alright. Zombies are making me nervous. Let's just walk through the water. Oh, man. Oh, man. Alright. Don't do it. Alright, I'm gonna have to use some... Alright, see you later, guy. You're dead. Alright. You know, treating the local wildlife with respect. Okay, this is just a big ol' cavern, which is interesting. This whole place... Oh, Lord. Now I've done it. I'm cornered. I'm also gonna sneeze. Woo! Alright, Oh, no. No. Alright. Do it again, I dare you. Wow, you guys take a lot of arrows to kill. Oh, that guy go bap ba da da da. Beep ba ba da da ba. Oh, their hand is to the right, so he can't shoot me. Alright. Oh, gosh. Alright, maybe not. We're running away! Alright, let's try to attack this from another angle. I know we're not making progress here today, but sometimes you just gotta stop and smell the roses. I want to go around the other side to see what's up over here. We haven't even seen a third of it. This whole area is nice. It's very nice. You know, except for the entire forest burning down from this lava over here. But other than that, it's prime real estate. All right, neat. Fire in fuego. This just kind of goes up. Huh. Well, that failed. All right. Trying not to desecrate the land, but I want to explore a little bit. Oh, and then there's just some friendly pigs up here in a lake. A lake atop the mountain. Oh, that pig just fell. We just saw that pig vanish from existence. Now he's all right. He's all right, everybody. Huh. Neat. All right, let's go back. Let's go grab Wolfie and continue on. Sorry, a little bit of a sidestep here. St. Louis sidestep? No, just a little bit of an expedition here to explore the world. Just very neat, very neat. I did this a couple times. Some people want me to like name interesting places, but that would just get, you know, what's to say this is interesting versus those little hills to the left, you know? I feel, you know, it is one of these things. It's kind of one of the things I do like about the Far Lanes bus journey is that we could have meandered a few feet or a few blocks to the left and never even seen this place in our travels. And it's kind of the bittersweet thing is that as we continue on, we have more amazing places to look forward to, but we will never again see anything exactly like that. So say farewell. Did I even take any pictures? Well, Kurt, you're talking about taking pictures and stuff. Oh, this looks neat from this distance, and we can have the bed in the foreground. Yes! And Wolfie. Sorry! We're just gonna sleep here again. Come on now. There's all these cool hills. Wolfie. Yep. Just a little further. Forward, and sit. Good job. All right, picture time. Quick, get out your Polaroid. All right, and F1, F2. Wolfie, you there? Yes. Oh, sort of. Kind of get a little bit of a... All right, I guess we're doing a 360 now. A 360. Microsoft Ice. All right, that's good enough. I think we've documented this well enough. I'll forget I even took those pictures, I'm sure. But yeah, anyway, continuing on. Lest us not make any progress today. Cave has asked, are there any games that you wouldn't have played if it wasn't for being a YouTuber? Possibly all of them. I really wasn't playing that many games before I started doing YouTube. Minecraft was kind of the first game that I picked up and was playing with some mild obsessive, you know, game time into it for a long time. The last thing before that I had was the PlayStation 2. And before that, as far as PC gaming is concerned, the last stuff I played was like I said, was like Call of Duty 2 or Max Payne 2, you know, that kind of era of stuff. Since then, I really kind of lost touch with how the gaming world was going and the new games and the new consoles, the next gen or whatever. So really a lot of them, to be honest. Had I been more of a gamer, what games would I not have played? Certainly games that I've played simply for the hilarity of doing so on YouTube, like I played Amnesia and then made fun of it throughout. Wouldn't have played that ever. You know, probably even games like Limbo or PID. It's possible, maybe I might have picked it up from the grapevine, but it's possible Kerbal Space Program. It was on the constant barrage of viewers like you play Kerbal Space Program. You know, even before I started playing Kerbal Space Program, people were constantly telling me to play Kerbal Space Program. Play Kerbal Space Program, you could check this out. So I'm like, okay, I checked it out, and the rest is history there. So a lot of things, to be honest. probably would have played Driver San Francisco, because I like the Driver games. I maybe would have waited for a sale to play Tomb Raider, the Tomb Raider reboot, because although I don't know, all the reviews, or at least the major reviews, were widely popular, or not popular, positive. So I might have been misled into purchasing the latest Tomb Raider game. But yeah, I'd say quite a lot of them. Certainly all these walking simulator style, simplistic kind of indie games, the Proteuses, the Eidolons, those sorts of games, even something like Lifeless Planet, Cairo, stuff like that. I probably would have never even thought to pick up. But yeah, there's quite a lot of stuff. It's probably not well known that I'd say it every once in a while. You know, a lot of people. You talk to people like Co or MC Gamer or Milby and Pyro, and they have these encyclopedic knowledges of all. They have multiple knowledges, not just a single knowledge, but knowledges of like all the games that have come out. And like they know the consoles, retro games, and they know when this happened to this Doom game and that, and I never was into any of those. And so you know, depending on certain things, they have their areas of expertise, of course. But me, I'm kind of in the dark about that. Games in general were kind of just an occasional toy that we got to use. You know, it was kind of like we were given 30-minute, hour-long time limits on toys growing up as little kids, and then, woof, you know. And then the consoles weren't ever like left up connected to the TV. They were taken apart and put back up in the closet or whatever. So they weren't as a day-to-day thing for me growing up. What games have surprised you the most? Cave has asked. Surprise? Maybe. I mean, Kerbal Space Program was pretty surprising, and it's still quite surprising how they're able to keep to the majority of the original game, like the original alpha versions of the game, the same spirit of the game, I should say. A lot of games that early in development will later on turn into something that, no, this isn't what I was expecting it to be. So there's that element. Games have surprised you the most? Yeah, I'm not sure. Good or bad? I don't know. Yeah, that's a hard one. That's a hard one to pin down. I'm still trying to figure out what my top 3 YouTube games were, and that was, you know, a lot of people seemed a little bit confused. People were like, "Well, why not? Journey is a great game." Well, yeah, but I never played that on YouTube. I was talking about not top 3 games of all time. On top 3 games that I, KurtJMac, have up on my YouTube channel is what I was going for. Which Kerbal Space Program? I said, forgetting Minecraft, obviously Minecraft, but Kerbal Space Program. What was the other one? I forgot what the other one was. Oh, Driver San Francisco. Somebody suggested Formula 1. Probably if you were ranking the Let's Plays, the actual series, as I might say, Formula 1. Same thing with speedrunners, but the game themselves, if we're ranking the games, then probably not. Woof, yeah, Wolfie agrees. That would just be silly. Sure, why not? Let's do that. Wolfie's above us, so try not to break that block when we leave. But what was the third game? I totally forgot what the third game might be. Obviously, some people are saying Eidolon, but that just seems kind of recent. So here we are, back in the same place we were 3 episodes ago when I was trying to think of these games. Oh, man. Terrible. Probably, I mean, I could go, it's a little bit weird because I didn't play it for the first time on YouTube, but I could say certainly the original Call of Duty is a game that means a lot to me just in my gaming history and whatnot, and that certainly was a great game. So maybe the original Call of Duty might be kind of the wild card there. even though I played it before YouTube, but I still played it on YouTube. And if that's the merit upon which we are judging these, then probably the original Call of Duty. Yeah, kind of a crazy choice for somebody who really doesn't do FPS stuff. Oh, let's actually make a shovel here while we're at it, and an axe, and an axe. Bing bong, bing bing. All right, got it. All right, so I think we're all set for the next episode, which is going to be episode 500, which means we should finally be making our diamond boots of episode 500s-ness. So look forward to that in the next one. Keep going to farlandsorbust.com to donate to Child's Play charity to get us above and beyond this $820 important number. That would be much appreciated. My name is Kurt. Thanks so much for watching. I will see you next time. Oh, that guy go ba ba da 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 beep ba ba da da ba.